Google just dropped Universal Commerce Protocol, an open source standard built with Shopify, Walmart, Target, Etsy, and Wayfair that lets any AI assistant shop for you across any platform without needing to build separate connections for each store. And the crazy part is, this launched with backing from over 20 major companies including Viva, MasterCard, Stripe, PayPal, American Express, Best Buy, The Home Depot, and Macy's right from the day one. Let me explain why this matters and why every online store should be paying attention right now. Alright, so the first thing to understand is what problem this actually solves. Right now, if you want to buy something through ChatGPT, the AI needs custom code built specifically to connect with that store, right? Then if you switch to Gemini or other AI assistant, that store needs to build another completely different connection. It's what Google calls the N times N problem, where every AI platform needs its own custom setup with every single merchant. That creates thousands of separate connections that all work differently. The Universal Commerce Protocol changes that completely. Now, stores can connect once using one standard language, and suddenly every AI assistant that supports UCP can discover their products, check prices, add items to carts, and complete purchases without the store having to write new code for each platform. Here is the thing. Google built this with their shopping graph powering the backend, which tracks more than 50 billion product listings right now. And they refresh over 2 billion of those listings every single hour to keep pricing and stock labels accurate. That's not a small operation. When someone asks Gemini to find a travel bag, the AI pulls from that massive real-time database, understands what the person actually wants, and shows products that match. With UCP added to this system, those AI assistants can now complete the full shopping journey from search to checkout without sending the person to a bunch of different websites. The tech itself runs on something called layered design, which basically means it separates different jobs into different layers, so the system stays fixable. The bottom layer handles basic shopping tasks like creating a cart, adding items, calculating totals, and managing payments. On top of that, you have got capabilities like checkout, identity linking for loyalty programs, and order tracking. Then there is extensions, which lets stores add their own special features like custom delivery windows, subscription options, or regional pricing rules. Each piece can update independently without breaking the others. That's the same thinking behind TCP/IP, the protocol that runs the internet. It works because no single company controls it, and everyone can add new features without asking permission from a central authority. Now here is where it gets interesting. UCP works with multiple other protocols that already exist. It connects with agent payment protocols, which Google launched back in September 2025 to handle secure AI-powered payments. It also works with Model Context Protocol from Anthropic, agent-to-agent for cross-platform agent communication, and it even supports basic REST APIs so stores can integrate using whatever system they already have. Google did try to replace everything. They built a system that sits on top and connects all the pieces together. That's a smart move because it means stores don't have to rip out their existing payment processors, shopping carts, or inventory systems. They just add UCP on top. The payment side uses something called payment handlers, which inverts the usual setup. Instead of the protocol defining every possible payment method upfront, each payment provider like Google Pay, ShopPay, or PayPal publishes their own handler specification. Then during checkout, the merchant lists which handlers they accept. The AI picks one based on what the shopper has saved, and the transaction follows that handler's rules. New payment methods can join the system without needing committee approvals or protocol updates. To be clear, stores using UCP stays in full control. They remain the merchant of record, meaning they own the customer relationship, all the transaction data, and the entire post-purchase experience. The AI assistant is just helping complete the purchase, not taking over the sale. Google emphasized this point hard because retailers were nervous about losing direct customer contact. With UCP, if someone buys through Gemini, the store still sees that customer, can send follow-up emails, can offer loyalty rewards, and can handle returns exactly like they would with any other order. The only difference is the purchase happened inside a conversation instead of on the store's website. Google also introduced something called Business Agent alongside UCP. This lets retailers create banded AI assistants that show up directly in Google search results. So if you search for laws, You can chat with an AI that answers questions in Law's voice, knows their inventory, understands their written policies, and can help you pick the right product. Early partners include Lowe's, Michaels, Postmark, and Reebok. This is different from UCP, but it uses the same underlying tech. It's Google's way of giving stores a direct AI presence while still keeping them inside the Google ecosystem. Then there is direct offers, a new ad format being tested in AI mode. This lets stores present exclusive discounts directly inside AI conversations when a shopper shows intent to buy. So if someone asks Gemini for running shows under $100, a store could show a 20% off coupon right there in the chat. Google says this will expand beyond discounts to include bundles, free shipping, and other value propositions. The pilot is running with brands like Petco, ELF, Cosmetics, Masonite, and Rocks USA. This feels like Google's move to protect their ad business while shifting to AI-driven commerce. Stores still pay for visibility, but now the ads show up inside conversations instead of above search results. The numbers Google shared at the National Retail Federation conference in New York give a sense of scale. Looking at retailers alone, they were processing 8.3 trillion tokens on their API in December 2024. A year later, they were processing over 90 trillion tokens. That's an 11 times jump in just 1 year. Those tokens represent the amount of AI processing happening when retailers use Google's system to power product searches, price checks, and shopping interactions. It shows how fast the shift is happening from people typing keywords into search boxes to having full conversations with AI about what they want to buy. Google Shopping Graph itself is the engine behind all of this. According to Google, the shopping graph now includes over 50 billion product listings and is refreshed more than 2 billion times per hour. That real-time data means when an AI assistant checks if a product is in stock or what the current price is, the answer is accurate right at that moment. Traditional search engine cache data and update it slowly. Google's system is built to handle constant changes because commerce moves fast. Prices shift, inventory runs out, new products get added. If the AI is showing outdated information, people lose trust immediately. So that hourly refresh cycle is critical to making this work. What really stands out is how many major companies signed on right at launch. Google co-developed UCP with Shopify, Etsy, Wayfair, Target, and Walmart. Then they got endorsements from Adyen, American Express, Best Buy, Flipkart, Massive, Mastercard, Stripe, the Home Depot, Viva, and Zolando, among others. That's not a small group. That's a cross-section of the entire retail and payments industry betting that this protocol will become the standard. When you see Visa and Mastercard both backing the same system, that signals they think this is the future of how payments will flow through AI platforms. Now the limitations. UCP is brand new, so there is going to be rough edges. Not every store will integrate perfectly on day one. Payment flows might break. Product data might sync incorrectly. Checkout experience might feel clunky until stores optimize them. Google admitted that UCP is still evolving and they are actively asking developers to contribute feedback through the GitHub repository where the full specifications lives. This is an open source project, which means the community can propose changes, report bugs, and suggest new features. That openness is good for long-term health, but it also means the standard isn't finished. It's being built in public as stores and developers start using it. Security is another question. UCP uses tokenized payments and verifiable credentials to ensure transactions are legitimate and users actually consented to the purchase. Every payment authorization is backed by cryptographic proof, which prevents fraud and protects both shoppers and merchants. But as more AI agents gain the ability to spend money on behalf of users, the attack surface grows. If someone tricks an AI into making a purchase, or if a payment token gets stolen, the consequences are real. Google built multiple layers of verification to prevent this, but the system is untested at scale. We don't know how secure it truly is until millions of people start using it daily. There is also the trust problem. Consumers already said in surveys that they will abandon an AI-powered shopping experience after one bad result. If the AI recommends the wrong product or if a purchase goes through with incorrect details, people lose confidence fast. That puts pressure on stores to keep their product data perfect. Descriptions, images, pricing, stock labels, all of it has to be accurate in real time. Any mistakes get amplified because AI is making decisions based on that data. A store that lets their product feed go stale will simply stop showing up in AI recommendations. For SEO professionals and digital marketers, this shapes the entire playbook. Traditional search engine optimization focused on ranking web pages for specific keywords. Now AI agents don't browse web pages. They query APIs, parse product feeds, and evaluate structured data. That means the old tactics of optimizing headlines and meta descriptions matter less. What matters now is having clear, structured product information that AI models can easily interpret. Things like product attributes, compatibility details, substitution options, certifications, and users constraints. The brands that win in this new environment will be the ones treating product data as a strategic asset instead of a back office task. The bigger picture here is that shopping is moving from websites to conversations. Google's CEO Sundar Pichai said at NRF conference that the industry needs a protocol that works at a global scale and takes into account the full complexity of commerce journeys. He positioned UCP as that missing piece of infrastructure. It's compatible with existing systems, it's open so anyone can join, and it's designed to grow across verticals beyond just retail. Google mentioned that UCP could expand into services, travel, food delivery, and other transaction-heavy industries in the future. That vision is ambitious, but it makes sense. If the protocol handles shopping well, the same framework could handle booking flights, ordering food, or scheduling appointments. That's where we will wrap it up. One thing I'm curious about now is how fast other AI platforms adopt UCP versus sticking with OpenAI's protocol or building their own systems. Drop your thoughts below. Make sure you are subscribed, hit the like button, and I will see you in the next one.